We all think we know what sleep is, right? You lie down, you close your eyes, and your body finally gets to rest. But what if that whole idea, that sleep is about rest, is completely missing the point? What if it's something way more active and, frankly, a lot more important? So let's just get right to it. The common belief is that sleep is this passive downtime, a period where our body and brain just kind of switch off for a few hours. But that's not what's happening at all. The real truth, the powerful truth, is that sleep isn't rest, it's an active biological reset. It's a full-on system overhaul that literally decides who you get to be the next day.
And hey, this isn't just me saying it. The neuroscientist and sleep expert Matt Walker calls it, and I quote, probably the single most effective thing you can do to reset your brain and body health. Think about that. Not one of the most effective things, but the most effective. That's a massive claim. So let's unpack what this reset actually looks like.
So the most important thing to get your head around is this. Sleep is an active process. Your body isn't shutting down, it's firing up one of its most critical maintenance programs. So stop thinking of it like a car being parked in a garage for the night. It's much more like that car is in the pit stop with a full crew of mechanics working on it, getting it ready for the next race. So what is this overnight maintenance crew actually doing? Well, first up is your brain. Your brain is basically running its own private therapy session, sifting through all the emotional stuff from your day. It works to kind of unhook the difficult feelings from your memories. I mean, that's why a problem that feels absolutely crushing at 10 p.m. can seem totally manageable the next morning. At the same time your brain's dealing with emotions, your body is busy resetting your entire metabolism. It's working hard to balance your blood sugar and fine-tune all the hormones that control hunger and cravings. Have you ever had a terrible night's sleep and then woken up just desperately wanting junk food? Yeah, that's not a lack of willpower. It's a direct signal that your metabolic reset failed to complete. And then there's your nervous system. Sleep is the only time your body really gets to stand down from that high alert status it's in all day. It calms down your fight or flight response and rebuilds your resilience. Basically, it's recharging your ability to handle whatever stress the next day throws at you. And when that whole nightly repair job actually gets done, man, you see the results everywhere. A full reset gives you such tangible benefits. We're talking clearer thinking, much better emotional control, a more stable metabolism, and way sharper decision-making. You're not just less tired, you are fundamentally a more capable human being. So that's the best case scenario. But what happens on those nights when the reset gets cut short, or when it's just disrupted? Well, the consequences are probably a lot more familiar to all of us than we'd like to admit. And trust me, they go way beyond just feeling a little sleepy. And this is where it gets real. That brain fog where you just can't seem to think straight, the short temper and irritability. Oh, and that horrible wired but tired feeling. These aren't just you having a bad day. These are symptoms. They're little data points telling you that your internal reset system failed to finish its job. This all leads us to the most important mental shift you can make. Our culture, for some reason, loves to treat sleep as lost time, right? Hours that could have been spent being productive. We have to flip that idea completely on its head. Sleep isn't the enemy of productivity. It is the very foundation that makes a productive tomorrow even possible. Okay, so if you're sitting there recognizing some of these symptoms in your own life, you might be wondering what's the first move. And the great news is, you don't have to go and overhaul your entire life tonight. The most powerful first step isn't trying to fix anything. It's just to observe, to build some awareness around what's actually going on. And here is a super simple, totally actionable way to do that. For just the next 3 nights, that's it, 3 nights, I want you to track 3 little things. Step 1, what time did you actually go to bed? Step 2, what time did you wake up? And step 3, on a scale of 1 to 5, how did you feel when that alarm went off? That's it. Simple data collection. Now, the most important rule here is to approach this with curiosity, not with judgment. This is not a test. There's no failing. If you went to bed super late, just write it down. If you felt like a 1 out of 5 when you woke up, just note it. The whole point is to just get a clear, honest picture of what's happening, because awareness always has to come before you can make any real change. So let's end by making this really personal for you. I want to leave you with one question that can really kickstart your own awareness journey. On the days after you know you've had a bad night's sleep, where does it show up the most in your life? Really think about it. Is it your energy? Does it just completely tank around 3 p.m.? Or is it your mood? where you find yourself getting snappy with people you care about. Maybe it shows up in your food cravings, or your focus at work just disappears. Could it be your patience with your kids, or just your motivation to do, well, anything? Figuring out your biggest personal pain point, that's what turns this from an interesting idea into a real reason to start protecting your nightly reset.